I started 1992 here because I want to get the business that I can look after my family, after my kids, after the school. At the same time, I want to have my own business. And then I start only very basic menu. But after that, I find that the customer really go for something different.
Yeah, and it wasn't just, I don't think it was just, the food was good, really good, and people loved it, but it was her connection with those customers, the interaction, the fun that those little moments would bring to somebody's workday.
Yeah, and she would, have nicknames for them, and she would have their orders ready for them. And we're going to hear just in a couple of minutes, her son's going to be coming on to talk about the connection she had with her customers. But let's talk about her food, because, if you have crappy food and great customer service, maybe you might get a few things, but you're not getting a 2-hour lineup like she had yesterday and last week. And, of course, she'll have probably even a longer one today, as today is her last day. Her specialty, and I know you've never had it, the hot spicy chicken. It is incredible.
Crack chicken.
She called, one of the customers adopted it as crack chicken. There's no crack in this chicken.
It's like being addicted to crack was the comparison.
Yes, but it's okay because she's already checked with police. It's okay to call it that.
Because this is the customer name it.
Oh.
So this is the customer name it, and I always consulted with my the police. I'm okay. They said that I'm okay, and then they said that they won't put me in jail. Okay, but we cannot say too loud. But since I'm closing, I can tell everyone now.
now I can do anything I want. Man, Stacy, you mentioned the 2-hour lineups. And waits, and probably more so today. Gives you an idea of that interaction. And certainly her family has been asking people to send in messages, to come say hi, just to mark this moment. Miles Quon is Amy's son, owner of the Ling Nan, where she will continue to work, and you can go and try and find her cracked chicken over there. Miles, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So how's your mom doing? This is her last day. I know she's at the restaurant right now. Is she a little emotional? Is this a sad day for her?
You know what? I think it's a lot of mixed emotions for her. She's very tired. That's probably number one. But she's very excited to see her customers. But at the same time, she's very sad because it's coming to an end, and she won't be able to see her friends and customers in the same, in the same place and the same energy and serving them the same food. So she's a little bit sad. But I think she's more like minute by minute, order by order right now.
Yeah, just living in that moment and connecting with those folks. You put out a request for anybody, maybe some who don't get a chance to come down and see her in person, to send in a video message of the memories or whatever it was that gave them that spark. What was that reaction like, and what kind of submissions did you see?
We saw quite a lot of submissions on the platform, which is good. It's a really good keepsake for my mom. She's retiring, so she's closing up, so she's not selling or anything. So we want her to keep that legacy, so we asked for those submissions. They've all been incredibly heartwarming. Other things like messages on Facebook, messages on Instagram, they've all been great. Random people called the restaurant, and unfortunately they got me. And then I was just telling them, like, this is the Ling Nan, chicken for lunch. And they're like, oh, we saw your mom heard your mom on the radio, saw her on TV, and she just seems like such a good person. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It is true. So come by and try it. So it's been overwhelming. We get messages like people that I moved away to Ireland for 20 years. I come back one day to see my family. She still remembers me. I haven't been downtown for a decade, and it's just all positive. It's been awesome.
We actually have one of the messages that Amy received. Here's Spicy Boy.
Early 2000s, I'd been going for about 10 years. Went down there, wasn't 100% sure I was going to do chicken for lunch. Maybe I was going to try one of the other places. All of a sudden, Amy, you look up, you see me, you yell out, Spicy Boy, I've got you. I'm a Canadian. I don't jump in front of lions, but what can I do? So, sheepishly, I come up to the front of the counter, take my food, and boy, was it tasty. And, I'm never going to forget. Spicy Boy, I got you.
I got you.
Aww.
It's like they just got their backs. That's so awesome. Miles, how do you explain, obviously you know your mom in an entirely different way than everybody else does. You got to be proud of her. Good luck living up to that for you. I feel for you.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm so proud of her. That's my mom's special power, to connect to people through food, and just her energy and just her love for them. And she's just super genuine when she sees them. People see my mom, and they're like, that can't be she can't be like that all the time. And I'm like, no, my mom, to you guys, to her customers, to her friends, all like that all the time. To me, she's my mom, and most of the time she's actually my boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Miles, there's like 2-hour lineups for the last week or so at Chicken for Lunch. How much extra food are you bringing in to feed everybody?
I don't know how my mom is doing it, but she is prepping like crazy. She is has a weekend shift in there. We are emptying the Lingnan walk-in coolers just to make sure she's stocked. So, it's a balancing act. She doesn't want to be left with too much, but she doesn't want to run out. So, it's all up to her now in those scoops that she puts in. So we'll see how that goes today. Today will be the crazy one.
Chicken for Lunch wraps up offering at what time today?
You know what? I don't know.
It's whenever the lineup's done.
Yeah, usually it's 2:30. Depends when people's lunches are over. But I don't know. Maybe people will be clamoring to be the official last customer. I don't know.
What do you do in those moments afterwards, in the few hours after? I guess she could just go to the Lingnan and just keep working like she always does, take her mind off it. But I just wonder about that fallout, that denouement to such an important day.
You know what? I'm in the same boat as you guys. I don't know how my mom's going to react, but however she is, I know that she'll have all the memories from her customers, and she'll also have a place for them as Lingnan for them to come actually see her if they want to, and it'll be there. It won't be the same, but I think she'll probably take a couple of weeks just to relax, and you'll see her back at it at the Lingnan hard.
Does she ever take a vacation?
No, my mom rarely ever takes a vacation, but she has here and there. But in the last 32 years, a week doesn't really count, I don't think.
Wow.
I think maybe she's due.
Yeah, she's definitely due. So hopefully, we get to plan something for her, and she gets to go away for a little bit just to relax.
God, could you imagine her on the beach of Mazatlan, meeting every single person there, awesome. Making sure that they are well fed and that they are taken care of, and giving absolutely everybody a nickname. Hey, suntan boy.
You just watch. There's somehow some kind of Chicken for Lunch in Mazatlan.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles, thanks so much for this. Give your mom a hug from us, would you?
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I'll let her know.
That's Miles Quon, Amy Quon's son and owner of the Lingnan. Of course, Chicken for Lunch closing today, I guess, when the last morsel of cracked chicken has been dished out by those generous scoops. That's when it will close. And she is semi-retiring. You can always catch her at the Lingnan, which is just north of downtown.
What a cool story. What an entirely Edmonton kind of story. Love it.